The Moonlit Path เส้นทางแห่งแสงจันทร์ In the mountainous region of Nepal, there is an ancient path called the Moonlit Path เส้นทางแห่งแสงจันทร์ This path stretches through valleys and deep forests, but it is not merely ordinary road, because the villagers believe that it appears only on the night of the full moon. And if anyone walks along that path to the end, he may be led to a place from which no one has ever returned. This story begins when the group, explorers from Kathmandu, decided to set out to investigate this mysterious path. They heard stories from the villagers that the Moonlit Path was once an important route in ancient times. But in 1867, a group of people who tried walking along this path on a full moon night disappeared without a trace. Villagers say, if anyone walks into the path of moonlight, he will see the image of a village or city that does not exist, and if he decides he walks into that city, he will never come out. As the group of explorers approached the path, the surrounding environment slowly began to show strangeness. Even without wind, but the vines and leaves around the path are moving gently, and the surrounding air seems to change, almost to the point of feeling the pressure. When they stepped onto the path, they found that the ground reflected some light that seemed to come from the moonlight, and in the darkness, they heard footsteps coming from somewhere. At night, spooky events became clearer. While the exploration team camped near the trail, they found that the light from the torches, they can see beyond the limits of the path. And in that darkness, they saw the image of a village that seemed to float above the ground. Some in the group reported that they saw shadows of people in ancient costumes walking around the camp. They tried to shine their flashlights on the shadow. It disappeared into thin air. The next day, one of the explorers found an inscribed stone left by the roadside. On the stone was a message that said, "Don't walk if you're not ready." The villagers in the area, it is said that the Moonlight Path was once a place used for mysterious rituals in ancient times. Some say that the image of the village appearing on the path is not a real place, but a reflection from the past or the future. And if anyone trying to walk into that village, he will be drawn into an endless time. In the year 1890, the story of a man named Arjun Bahadur became talked about in the village. One night, many villagers saw Arjun walking into the moonlight path with a lantern in his hand. And as he was looking at the village scene appearing, he stopped for a moment before putting the lantern on the ground. After that, he also walked deep into the path, and no one saw him emerge again. The next morning, the villagers found his lantern placed by the roadside, and in the lantern there was a hastily written message saying, "Don't look for that village." Even though no one knows exactly what happened to Arjun, but the villagers believe that he was lured by the image of the village on the path to walk deeper until he could not find his way back. Even though many decades have passed, the path of the Songkran remains a place full of mystery. Many who tried to explore returned with vague memories, and some never returned at all.